right, well, he has charmed audiences from Agrabah to Oz, and now he is stepping into the spotlight of one of Broadway's busiest, buzziest new shows. Check it out.
Ainsley Melham is now starring as the romantic lead, Dwayne, in Boop, the Betty Boop musical, and he is now on the couch with us this morning. Ainsley, great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
The show is incredible.
Love it.
We're talking about Boop, the musical, bringing one of course, the most iconic cartoon characters to life, and it's done in such an amazing and brilliant way. Now, we had the woman who played Boop on our show.
Jasmine Rogers,
yes.
Yes, amazing.
Let's talk to you about Dwayne and what you kind of bring to the character.
Yeah, so Dwayne is this young gent who lives in New York in 2025. He's a jazz musician, and he meets Betty Boop. He doesn't know who she is when he meets her, but through the show he discovers that she's this 2D character, and he sort of has this existential crisis about falling in love with a cartoon. But it's a joyous show, and I love this character. I pour influences like Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, Frank Sinatra into this character, and it's a beautiful time on stage.
And I find that interesting that you say that, because the choreographer for this show likened you, saying that you are the new Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Yeah,
I mean, that's big shoes to fill, but wow, you certainly do. We've both seen the show. You're amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I grew up watching those icons on screen, so to be likened to gents like that, it's really very humbling.
One of your songs is She Knocks Me Out. It's amazing. Let's take a listen to it, because it drops today.
Yes.
We'll talk more about it in a second.
She knocks me out with all her quirks and quips. What's this about? She nuzzles and then she nips.
Starting today, the whole cast album is on June 6th. So talk about just this is being the single that's dropping today.
Yeah, so this song was written while we were in Chicago. David Foster wrote the song one weekend. We put it in the show midweek. It was an addition while we were doing our run there. So, and now it lives firmly in the show in the second act, and it's one of my favorite songs to sing.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Thank you.
It's not your first time on Broadway, but this is your first time originating a role. Did you feel a little bit of pressure there?
Yeah, totally. Because, you know, you have to step up as an actor. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to, you know, you're part of the collaboration process, so you have to have something to say. But I was excited and thrilled to be a part of that process, and Jerry and David, the whole creative team, that was so welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, David Foster is like a musical genius, right? And he's behind a lot of the music here. Can you talk about like the vibe of the music?
Yeah, like a big, beautiful Broadway score. It feels like an ode to Golden Age musical theater.
But
it has this, it has this amazing jazz influence, big band influence, which we know he does so well. And even like with She Knocks Me Out, a little bit of his pop behind it. So, you know, I think there's something in there for everyone.
Yeah, it really is phenomenal. And what I love, the costumes, the changing, you really have to see this show. I can't even describe it well enough. When you go from black and white to color, on stage, it's something you would see on television, you know, with the magic of special effects, but this was all with costume. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and some really simple effects that are done really well. Our lighting team, our projection team, our costumes by Greg Barnes, Tony Award winner. Yeah, it's really effective, and I think gives the audience that wow moment in the theater.
Back home is Australia for you, right?
That's
and you
right.
did a lot of roles there, Pippin being one of them. I love Pippin. So talk to us, I guess, about the difference between performing in Australia and performing on Broadway.
Yeah, you know, we have a different sensibility, our humor, but you know, we perform in American accents back home because so much of the material is written for the American voice. But what I love about performing here in the US is audiences are so vocal. You know, you can hear that appreciation hitting you straight away. So it's really a joy to stand up there and hear that on a Broadway stage.
Oh, Ainsley, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
and you
you.
got to check him out in Boop in the theater right now. You can see him at Broadhurst Theater in Boop, the musical. Go check it out.